my best to give me the best bloody sleep of my life. I wouldn't say that I'm bad with money, particularly since starting to live a more minimalist life. I obviously don't blow a lot of money on meaningless crap. But I also can't say that I've ever been particularly money savvy, financially minded, if you will. But with the looming reality of my 30th birthday barreling toward me, I thought, you know what? It might be time to start sorting out a couple of financial things. Like an adult that I definitely am. I know, lame. So of course the first thing I did was spend money on something. This is the Barefoot Investor. If you're Australian, you've probably heard of it, and if you're not Australian, you may still have heard of it. Like 1 in 11, roughly, Australians own this book. It's pretty famous here. This guy, Scott Pape, does an excellent job of just breaking everything down into easily understandable English and teaching you how to just cut out all the crap. And I mean all the crap. So this isn't just unnecessary purchases. He talks about unnecessary bank fees, superannuation fees, insurance, debts. He covers everything, which from a minimalist perspective, I absolutely love. Because I feel like that's the whole point. Not wasting your time, your energy, your money, which is essentially your energy and your time, but put it into a currency, on things that aren't adding any value to your life. Now that we've established just how good Scott is at getting your finances in order, I'm actually not going to speak too much about that side of things. So what we're going to do now is we're going to skip ahead to the part about buying new stuff. I might sound like I'm directly contradicting myself, but it's all about making intentional, high-quality purchases, which is something that I've spoken about previously on the channel. It's relevant to know that Scott and his family lost their home and most of their possessions to a bushfire in 2014. In the book, there's a chapter called How to Live Like a Millionaire Right Now, and I want to read you a snippet. The job of replacing everything for a family home was like doing a university degree in spending. And over the next 2 years of study, we realized that much of the stuff we previously owned was inconsequential, just cluttering up our space, so we didn't bother replacing it. Yet we also realized that there were things, sometimes small, sometimes large, that make a big difference in our lives. And not only did we replace them, we consciously spent more money buying them than we had before. Now, I don't think that Scott necessarily classifies himself as a minimalist, but I think a lot of the information in this book aligns really well with minimalist values. There's a picture in here of a bunch of stuff going into landfill. And he says, "When I look at this photo, I can't help but think of the millions of hours people work to buy the stuff that's now rotting in a giant hole. They traded precious hours with their families and friends, hours they'll never get back, just so they could buy crap they'd eventually toss out." Which I just thought, oof. Everything you're wearing right now will eventually end up in that hole, or at best, in recycling. Everything you purchase this year will eventually end up in that hole. He wraps it up by getting really real and saying, the truth is, for the millions of dollars most people spend over their lifetime, they get to the end of it and can count the truly meaningful things they've bought on one hand. I know this because my job puts me in contact with people who are dying and therefore trying to sort out their affairs. And that's when people have complete clarity, often for the first time, when it's too late. You might now be thinking, okay, then why were you just talking about spending money? What are we supposed to spend our money on? Well, Scott says spend money on the stuff you love. Cut out the rest. So the following are the things that Scott recommends to buy in order to live like a millionaire right now. First, a pillow. And the pillow he recommends? The Dunlopillow, which he calls the Mercedes-Benz of pillows. Swanky. Scott makes the excellent point, your noggin lies on a pillow for 1/3 of your life. That's a long time to put up with a bad pillow. He recommends that if you haven't bought a new pillow in the last 12 months, then it might be time to. A UK study in 2011 found that up to 1/3 of the weight of your pillow could be made up of bugs, dead skin, and house dust mites and their feces. Gross. The one I chose is the exact one that he mentions in the book, which is the luxurious latex classic, which is apparently perfect for me because I'm either a back or a side sleeper. If you can't buy Dunlop pillows in your country, don't worry, I'm sure there are comparable products out there, you just have to do some research. This particular pillow retails for $160. However, this is why you should shop around for things first, because if you live in Australia, head on over to kogan.com.au and they sell them for $79. Half the price with free postage. So I placed my order and about 2 days later, it arrived without any sort of delivery packaging, which I thought was a little bit weird. They just stuck the delivery sticker right on top of the regular packaging. But I thought, you know what? Better for the environment. Until I opened it up. Gross. The Dunlop pillow that I have ordered is moldy. Not the best start. So I emailed Kogan and they were like, ooh, so sorry about that. Don't bother sending that back to us. We'll just send you a replacement. And then I waited for my new one. All right, let's try this again. Ah, just how I like my pillows. Mold-free. Yeet! Bye! If you're wondering why I'm squatting down like this, it's so I'm in frame. Ooh, squishy. Yeah, good. But in all seriousness, yeah, it's pretty damn great. Number 2, undies. You heard correct. He suggests that you invest in some good quality underwear. And I, for one, am all about it because I hate subpar undies. Right now, at the bottom of your undies and socks drawer, there are at least a few pairs you avoid wearing. Maybe the elastic's gone, or your pinky toe pokes out, or they're just plain uncomfortable. I want you to put down this book and throw them out. All of them. Go on. Do it now. They're just clutter. All right. All right. What do we got? Like. That's got a hole in it. I've got a couple pairs that I just haven't worn yet because they were given to me as gifts and I haven't worn through socks enough yet to wear them. But I guess I can now. Undies. Don't know why I still have this. Not into this. No. Doesn't leave me with a lot of undies. Cool. Plus there's the one that I have on today and the one that's in the washroom from yesterday. All right, done. Now what, Scott? Then it's time to treat yourself and buy some lucky undies and socks. Ones you enjoy putting on that make you feel comfy. Well, if you insist. Rude. So in Australia, and I think New Zealand and maybe some other places, we have this brand called Bonds, and they do the best underwear. Quite literally, in comparison to Bonds, all other underwear I've tried are absolute trash. I won't go near them, and I can't stand them anymore. I have standards now, and my standard is Bonds. If you have been to a Bonds store before, you probably know that they are quite pricey, about $30 for a pair of undies. So I decided to go to a Bonds outlet store and get some of last season's designs, exactly the same material, just last season's patterns and colors, for heavily reduced prices. And I mean, who cares if it's last season's designs anyway? It's underwear, it's gonna be under my clothes, no one's gonna see it. I'm always single. Anyway, so I mean, for example, this pair, normally $28.95, I got for $8. These ones, normally $29, I got for $10. You know, it's about 2/3 off. So I got 2 of those because I like them. This one, normally $27, got for $15. Plus, what I really like is this Bonds Cool fabric. It's this microfiber, really soft material, really breathable. Once you've tried this sort of style, if you exercise a lot, if you try to go back to normal material for underwear, it just feels so restrictive and hot. This is probably way too much information, but you're welcome. I'll move on. And then lastly, This pair didn't have a price on it, and I was like, they feel really nice. I'm just gonna go check how much they are. They're a Luxe microfiber trunk. Ooh, Luxe. She's like, they're $5. I'm like, what? In my size? $5? Normally $29 down to $5. But 6 pairs of premium underwear at non-premium prices, which I'm really happy with. Like, I would have paid premium for them anyway because, as Scott says, why not fly business class in your undies every day? Super high quality. I'm really happy with this purchase, guys. I'm way too happy about this underwear. I know you're probably panicking right now, like, Alex, you forgot to buy socks. Well, I actually had a couple pairs that I'd forgotten about and hadn't opened yet. So I've got 5 new pairs of socks. So I think for the moment, this should be totally fine with the socks that I've already got as well. So let's organize some undies. What do you think? So, ready for the reveal? Everything has been washed and put away, so this is all of my socks and all of my jocks. On the right here, you'll see 15 pairs of ultra comfy, luxurious Bonds underwear, all neatly KonMari folded, which is very satisfying. 16 pairs, because 15 here and I'm wearing a pair, so 16 pairs of undies in total is a bit more than what I expected. From a minimalist perspective, it's definitely more than what I need. Like, if I ever got close to using up all my undies, I'd just wash them again. I don't need 19 pairs of socks, but they're open now. They're all good quality. They're all ones that I like to wear, so I may as well wear them until they wear out, because they will eventually wear out. Yeah, super satisfying. So I'm feeling pretty good. I can get up in the morning, choose a pair of socks and jocks, and I know they're gonna be comfortable. There's nothing in here that I'm purposefully avoiding and only having as a last minute resort. Anything in here, I'm happy to wear. So there's something incredibly satisfying about that. Almost as satisfying as KonMari folding all the underwear. Okay, great. The third and final purchase that Scott mentions is a car. And this is not him saying, you know what, go out and buy yourself a car. Splurge, treat yourself, you've earned it. No, no, no. He mentions that the amount of money between the base model of a car and the top of the line premium model of that same car could be $15,000. And a lot of people will spend the money on those premium features without actually thinking about whether they're worth that money. So Scott says, for that sort of money, you could buy a year's worth of petrol, insurance, registration, and Pine Tree air fresheners, or a dirty weekend away each month for a year with spa treatments, an award-winning Sonos sound system, a Grandmaster bed, the highest rated bed online, luxury linen, a Dunlopillow, and 8 pairs of Bonds, jocks, and socks. And I think this beautifully and really efficiently captures why it's important to spend intentionally. And having a minimalist mindset can be really beneficial for this reason. It's not about never buying anything new, but if you're not wasting money on crap you don't really want or really need, then you can instead use that money on purchases that you do really, really want or will add some sort of benefit to your life. Or as Scott much more efficiently puts it, the truth is you can live like a millionaire today by cutting back on meaningless crap and diverting your spending to the little luxuries you use every day. That just makes so much more sense to me. I'm feeling you, Scott. So yeah, there's some wisdom from the Barefoot Investor, which I definitely thought was worth sharing. There are certain things that you shouldn't feel guilty about spending money on, even if you are a minimalist, if it's something that you're going to use all the time and will improve the quality of your life, or will just, make you happier on a day-to-day basis. I mean, if spending $70 on a pillow means that you will have better quality sleep, which will then benefit a lot of other aspects of your life, then isn't it worth the investment? And also, life's too short to wear undies that aren't comfortable. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. If you want to know more about the Barefoot Investor, I will leave a link down in the description. If you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe, check out another video, etc., etc. You know the drill. Goodbye.